Nature shaped the claw to trap, the tooth to kill, but the thorn's only purpose is to hurt. The thorn of the hookbriar like to find the bone. They do not come out easy. If you make a stone of your mind, if you thrash, you tear, and you break, and pull and bite, if you do these things, you will leave the briar, for it cannot hold a man who does not wish to be held. And that kind of sums up Marc Lawrence's writing and the Broken Empire series. Just finished listening to Empire of Thorns, and what an ending. So brilliant like this. I love George Ancraft as a character, and the back and forth in the narrative as we go through sort of the main story that's happening now. And he, in all three books, he goes back into different events. So it's just this constant action, keeping updateness on how we're going. And he does it so well. He does it so brilliantly. And he's on, he's king now. He's making alliances. He's securing his throne. He's done some with diplomatic ways. He's done some with George Handcraft ways, and he's on his way to Congression to where the 100 will decide on a new emperor and reunite the Broken Empire, hence the name. And of course, it's not going to be easy. There's so many cool things in this going on. There's this line, was it? I won't swear, but it drops at F. I just effed a necromancer and killed a pope. There's not many books that have that kind of line. But he said the swear word, but I didn't drop the swear word. I love this book. He's such a complex and brutal character, and the twists at the ends are really good. I really love the twist at the ends, and that we talked about it in the last couple of videos, the last couple of reviews. Is the builder magics and the ancient that really comes out now. I remember when I first read the book, back 10 years ago in the first one, Prince of Thorns, it like he trickled through the builder magics and the sort of what they were, and the second one they sort of come out quite a bit, and then the third they all sort of make sense, and he really opens that up really well. And I remember the first one was like, what was that? That like just sort of set out a place of the story, but it all makes sense in the end. This brutal character, I absolutely love him. And Marc Lawrence's writing is so good, so good. Like I said, he's evolved his storytelling a lot with more recent series. There's a couple series I still need to read, but I've read quite a few now, and I think I'm going to have to go back and listen to all the ones I've read, and then just try and find time to read more. I don't know where I find that. It's been hard, full-time job, 2 kids, and life in the way. It's hard to find time to reading. I'm very envious of people that are still smashing out books, but this is definitely one to jump onto if you've read his later works, or you're just totally new to Marc Lawrence. Definitely check him out, and you could easily start with this. You got to start with any of his novels. They're all brilliant, or any of his series. They're all brilliant. But Emperor of Thorns, and I just love the way there's the brutality of it, but then there's little bits of heart and there's little bits of thing, and the way he works through what happened then to what's happening now to keep the story flowing and moving forward is done so well, and it just keeps you wanting to read more and more and more. Back in the day when I read this, it was actually getting through books really regularly, and and this is one I just delved straight into this series and had no real clue about it. I just heard good things, and wow, it really, really changed my perception on what fantasy could be. That grimdark stuff, and the twist at the end, and how he faces off against these things. So I don't like spoilers, but there's the Lich King has risen, and he's come to take a claim. King of Death's come to take a claim for the Broken Empire too, and that's where the real battle is. That's what they're fighting. And that's what he needs, or Jorg believes he needs. He's the man to save the world from that. The other leaders aren't strong enough. The Prince of Arrow was a good man, but not the right man. And Jorg, because he's an evil bastard, he's the right man. Fantastic book, absolutely brilliant series, amazing end into it. Definitely check it out and read some more. Jump in if you haven't already, and if you have, do what I do. Just if you can't read books over and over again, I know people that do that amazes me, but listen to the audio book and reconnect with books you read years ago. It's a brilliant way to do it, and it's just what I did. And the narrator on this one was really good. I can't think of his name though, so sorry. But yeah, Emperor of Thorns, Book 3 of the Broken Empire, Marc Lawrence. Brilliant book. Happy reading. Subscribe and follow for more.